Hi there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of February 7th through 13th of 2022. So I am sorry that I am so late posting this. I had a really amazing week last week. I spent time the whole week with my granddaughters. And so I did think that I would probably be able to, still do my readings and get everything uploaded. And it just wasn't to be. So better late than never, right? So here you are. Wow. Card flipped around. And one more card to come out. So here we are, better late than never. And here's all your messages from your beautiful guardian angels. Okay, divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. Okay. The chaotic parts that appear to be on the surface are a distraction. They are a distraction. They are not what's real. They are a transition. It's like a transition period. It's temporary, and you can go forward knowing that the underlying order is all intact. Yeah. So it feels like some fear, some hesitation to step forward. And yet, like they're saying, like that's all, it's all temporary, it's an illusion, and everything that's real is still a go. Okay. What does that mean to you? How does that feel? Apply that to whatever's going on in your life that you've been kind of hesitant about, or that you're upset about. There's something, that you're upset about. It feels like, well, worldwide, I guess everybody's kind of upset right now. And so perhaps it has to do with that. But it's within you. And so you have the power to change how you feel about things. And so the more you can banish the illusion, the more you can realize that, yes, okay, this is what we're seeing on the surface right now, but your angels are telling you right here, right now, that stuff is, it's just kind of, it has to happen to in order to clear the clutter, the static, so that eventually everybody can see the underlying order. Right? So the more you stay out of fear, the more you will help humanity get through the clutter sooner. Okay. There you go. There's your role. Okay. This is the card that flew, and it did cartwheels. It says, listen. Get quiet and listen. What do you hear when you listen just to your guardian angels? Ask your questions and then listen. Be very quiet. No angst. No fear. No upheaval. Just calm and listening. And you will get your message. You will get all the answers that you've been looking for. Your timing, you will know. You just have to listen. So the way that your guardian angels and all the archangels will communicate with you, one of your senses is your hearing sense. And so they are mainly talking about that, but they are also just in general talking about being receptive, right? So whatever messages are trying to get to you, they're going to use whatever channels they can that you will understand. Hearing, seeing, feeling, knowing. All of those are relevant. So be prepared to receive these answers when you're asking the questions. You have to get out of question mode and into answer mode, and that's when you're quiet and you're receptive. Okay, all right. This is also, the people around you have some really great ideas. So it feels like there's somebody around you who you maybe don't necessarily get along with all that well, but they have some great ideas. And so the more you can stop your resistance and receive what they're trying to tell you, the better it will be for you. And that opens you up. It lets you relax and lets you release a bunch of tension. Yeah, acknowledge how good that person is at what they're doing, even though you don't really enjoy them. Okay. Acknowledging, I guess, how they've had your back is what it feels like. They've saved your ass. That person that you don't necessarily get along with. They've saved your ass. And so acknowledge that. Okay. All right. Things are happening on purpose. It's all good. It's all good. All right. So, hello from heaven. So there is somebody who has, transitioned already, and they're just checking in to see how you're doing. Wanting you to know that they're there, that they're always in your corner. They're, in whatever way they can help you, they are willing and happy to do that. So if you need help, you ask them. And they're around. They're saying, okay, when, the different times you've thought to yourself, hey, like so-and-so has just popped into my head. Is that, like, are they here? Are they visiting or whatever? Yeah, the answer is yes, they are. And so, don't get creeped out by that. Some of you are like, right? It's all good. They are still the same soul that they were before. They just don't happen to have their physical body here. So like, did they creep you out before? No? Then don't let them creep you out now. Like, what's with that, right? So they're sitting there going, yeah, man, like, come on. It's funny. So if this is just somebody trying to check in, and so I'm seeing some real affection, like they're petting you kind of and hugging you, and they want you to know that they're there and they love you. So who do you think that is? Whoever pops in, that's who it is. Okay. You have this amazing flow of prosperity going on this week. And so some of you are sitting there going, okay, well, I hope that's cash. It might be, it might not be. Prosperity comes in so many different ways. This is time. This is laughter. This is friends. This is, yes, money, food. It's good weather, right? Like, it's all those things. And so don't discount the other stuff only in favor of cash. The other stuff counts just as much as cash does. So you have this beautiful flow going on, and notice it and acknowledge it and be appreciative of it, and so that it can continue. Okay, alrighty. So here we have the beautiful feminine in your life. Does it say mother, wife, sister, daughter? All the women in your life. It's a time to treasure them and value them. Some of these people you've probably found to be kind of toxic in your life, and you maybe don't choose to spend much time with them. That's okay. You don't have to change that. You can continue doing how you are, but do acknowledge their value in your life. Acknowledge how each of them is individual, and how the impact they have had on your life. Right. Feeling into that and and seeing that life without these people would be not very good, wouldn't be at the quality that you currently have. And that is even the ones who you choose not to spend any time with. Yeah, they all add value to your life, and they all have intrinsic value of their own. So this could be, if if you don't have a living mother, you did have one at one time. Perhaps you don't have a wife. It's okay. Wives everywhere. Maybe you don't have a sister. Sisters everywhere. Or a daughter. There are daughters everywhere. This is simply the feminine energy, right? And it's over the whole world, and it's the effect of, so the feminine energy is the receiving energy. This is how we take in what the world has to offer. Okay, all right. So, have you been doing any creative writing lately? Now, okay, they're just telling me for some creative writing, this means fiction, writing stories, enjoying that part, and the sentence structure and the adjectives, all those things, right? And that you enjoy that and do that. Like it feels good and you've created something. For some of you, this is a different type of writing. This is maybe a business plan, or it's a manual that you're writing, or something like that. They're just saying get it all down on paper so that you can, and it feels like, quick, do this. Like you've got so much in there, and how good is that going to feel to get it there and get it down on paper or in the computer, whatever, right? And get it all lined up and fleshed out and filled up, and then you can go further with it than you've been able to go in your thoughts, because there isn't room in your thoughts to continue the development, because the first part of it, you're scared of losing it if you go too far, right? So get that all out of your head and onto a surface of some kind, and go with it. Go with it. Okay. All right. So here we have the daily guidance cards. One last bit of wisdom from your angels. Same thing. Creative project. It's exactly like what we were just talking about. So something that gets your juices flowing, that gets you out of your linear brain, right? And into the creative process. Yeah. Gets you into your intuitive brain, into your communication with the divine. And now we're kind of back to this divine order that we saw at the very beginning of your reading. Yeah. Okay. It all comes full circle, doesn't it? Beautiful. Capricorn, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you very much. And I love you. And I will see you next week.